Hey guys, it's Mr. BBK6. You know what I mean? Hey, how's it going? Yeah, shoot. Being on YouTube since April 13th, 2011. To now, it's been 12 years since I've been on YouTube. I'm super happy and I'm thankful to even be here right now because a lot of people have been going through a lot and stuff with the pandemic and all that. But I'm just happy and thankful. I'm praying and hoping for all you guys, that are going through whatever you guys are going through, that you guys can come out of it. Stay strong during these times because there's always something going on in our lives. With just dealing with like just everything, the simplest things. Like you're like, oh wow, you look up one day and somebody's gone or something. It's just dealing with a lot. But I'm just praying and hoping for you guys and hoping for the best. But yeah, man, being on YouTube since I was a kid is just crazy. I was 9 years old when I started my YouTube channel. My first video was super simple. It was like, hello, my name is Victor. And I was just kind of like, okay, like we were just testing it out because my mom had one of those camcorder things, and that's a throwback too. They don't have those anymore. Those little camcorder cameras where they're like it was rectangle and you just kind of recording you like this. And she used that camcorder, man, ever since I was doing all the activities we did that summer because we were visiting my mom and we had karate videos on there. There's a push-up video. It was all part of the karate class. Then I had videos of me just kind of like walking around doing whatever. I had so many videos on there. We never recorded any of my activities, which was kind of annoying. My dad used to always take pictures, but I had like flag football stuff that could have been recorded, man. It was like some crazy highlights. The only one he really recorded that day was me like juking out one kid, and then I turned around and jumped to the end zone. So they didn't allow that after they saw me do it too many times because I could have potentially hurt a kid. But flag football was a throwback around that time. Cartoons was always good as well. There was a lot of stuff we could talk about, but yeah, cartoons specifically because we'd always watch all the shows down on TV that they don't have anymore. I missed that as a kid. It was like we had Family Guy, we had American Dad, we had all that stuff, and it's still on TV. But like even for kids, we used to watch Danny Phantom on TV. We used to watch Transformers on Boomerang. And then Nickelodeon was where it was at as well. Drake and Josh, iCarly, all that stuff. And then they had Sam and Cat later, a few years later. But it's just amazing, man. That's what I miss about being a kid was the cartoons is where it was at. The award shows too. We would watch all the Kids Choice Awards. That was like the crap right there. Dwayne Johnson hosted it. Then they had John Cena. They had Kids Choice Awards was where it was at. We used to watch all of that. The award shows, the slime shows, the slime awards. Yeah, that's what I missed about being a kid was all the good cartoons and shows as well. And that's what took us out of our reality. Now we got to see life for as what it is now. Like obviously there was always bad stuff going on in life, but seeing it at a younger age kind of messed me up. Like I remember like fire trucks driving by, that stuff would bug me, and paramedics. And I was like, man, I got annoyed hella easy. That was when I got older. But see, even dealing with like a drama story, like someone getting like brutalized, like not too far from us. That was a scary story. But the positive side was like the reality of TV and award shows, and always wanting to be part of it. Like in real life, like I always wanted to be part of an award show. And I was like, how do you get invited and all this stuff? And I was like, man, like our favorite celebrities are there. Miranda Cosgrove from iCarly, and then Sam and Cat. Then they had Drake and Josh there. Then they had everybody. They had Ned, from Ned Declassified, School Survivor Guide. That was a show as well. That was a big throwback show. I miss all that. And then Everybody's Chris, I would watch it all the time. But yeah, I had like a whole fat list of shows and cartoons that are still on TV, but it's not the same anymore. Like they just do reruns now. So, but being a kid, like we would always just be out of our reality, having games as well, keeping us busy. Like we had the PSP, obviously, the PS Vita, later on, Nintendo DS in the beginning. Then I had the Game Boy, which that's a big shout out as well. Game Boy was my first console before we had the actual console. And then my dad, shout out to my dad, he still has a PS2. We had the PS2 and the Xbox 360. And then later, obviously, Xbox One and all that. But the Wii was where, and then you also had the Wii as well. That was where it was at. I remember like the Wii was like keeping people like active and fitness for the summertime. And we had like Zumba. That was like booty workouts. That's what Zumba is. Then they had the like Just Dance, which kept our blood flowing. And we also got to give a big shout out to the Boys and Girls Club. They've been around for years, but the Boys and Girls Club helped me stay active as much as I could. I mean, being 9 years old, coming up with like like what you want to do for today. Like, oh, let's play tag or let's come up with this and that. And I was always figuring out in my head, like, what do you want to do today? And it was kind of like, okay, let's do Manhunt. And Manhunt was a huge game. We should have played that at the Boys and Girls Club, but that was like when you tag someone, then they're part of your team. So you're kind of like the zombie on the zombie side. So they tag you, you're a zombie with them, and you have to try to find the rest of them. But that was a crap right there, man. That's what I missed about being a kid. And then also just like getting involved in like the whole activities. Like Boys and Girls Club always had events. Easter's coming up. They always had an Easter egg hunt. I mean, every holiday they would do. They had Christmas. They had the Thanksgiving. Then they had the field trips as well on the side, like where they take us out to go to field trips and all that. But man, that's what I missed about being a kid was it wasn't just field trips at school. It was field trips part of the club. So if you go to the Boys and Girls Club, you already know what they expect, you know. And it was just, man, I miss being a kid so much. Like the energy was there, you know. That I would always go to the games and stuff, and we'd be going all crazy. And then shout out to the Boys and Girls Club's food. They had the cheese fries. That was addicting, and that's kind of what got me into the cheese fries. But now to this day, I'm not really like big on it. Like I'll have some every once in a while, but cheese fries was where it was at that time. It was it was like the rectangle fat fries. But yeah, shout out to everybody, and then shout out to Mr. Aaron as well, if he still watches my YouTube channels. But I was like a star in the team. Back in the Boys and Girls Club, I was their flag football like guy, you know, because I was like, I'm not trying to play with my own school. I didn't want to because I was like, the Boys and Girls Club is just too good. I have to get involved with them, and we had a better team. And then we ended up playing against my own school, which was kind of funny. IB Elementary, shout out to them. They're not the same anymore, so I mean, we could shout them out. They're a charter school now, so they're not like where it used to be. That school is the best, man. They had all sorts of events. They had a carnival on the playground. That was crazy. They had a carnival on the playground. That was so cool. And then they also had like the corn on the cob. Like it was like its own little festival. But that's what I miss about being a kid at that time was like everything was just so lit up and cool and fun. And you always had something going on. Like my neighbors had something going on every single weekend. Like Saturdays would be active and fun, you know, and all that. But it's just crazy. Like they would be cooking. They were Filipino. Our neighbors would literally be cooking every single weekend, man. They had events going on every weekend. You know, my favorite food was egg rolls, and that's when I started falling in love with egg rolls a lot more. They called it a lumpia, you know, Filipino egg roll. But yeah, that was fire. I mean, shoot, being a kid, like watching all of your favorite shows, having the best food, going to the buffets because we used to go to buffets all the time. It was called Hometown Buffet. That was the spot right there, Hometown Buffet. And they straight up had like all sorts of food around that time. They had the Asian food, the Chinese food, the Mexican food, all in its own section. And you don't get places that do that like that. Like if you go to like a Golden Corral spot, they're gonna have American food specifically. They're not gonna have multicultural foods because you know it's just not the same. But I think being a kid compared to now is a lot better because there was a lot more to do, and we were always getting involved with stuff, always doing sports. So it's like time sped up a lot faster because we were always getting involved. So like we would have like a game on this day, a game on that day, you know, every other day or every other week. So like you know, from now to then, it definitely changed. You know, people are kind of like, oh man, I don't want to do this now. I'm like, you guys should be involved in sports because, you know, that's what it speeds up or get involved in something. And that was me as a kid. I always got involved in something. I was a part of student council as a kid because you had to have like straight up good grades around that time. But being in that, if I would have been in that, I think it would have been a lot cool. But at that time, I was like super into people. I didn't really care. I cared about school, but it was a different mindset. So I wanted to have fun all the time, and that was the type of kid I was. Being involved, playing in sports was like what sped up the day faster as well. But like just I was the type of kid I was. I was always trying to like get involved in other stuff, you know. And other than just what I typically was doing, like going to school, cool. But I was like, man, and we would always like mess around with music all the time, like rapping and all that stuff in school, like messing around. And I remember, you know, joking around with my friends. We'd always like, you know, just like say all sorts of bad words, like low key. Like, that was me for that one day, and then I ended up switching my whole act. But you know, as a kid, you say what you shouldn't be saying at the playground and all that. But yeah, like other than the like fights I had as a kid, I think the best part of my life was just to get involved. Like I said, doing the stuff you wanted to do. The kids were just how they are. I mean, you always get that one kid that's trying to like punk you and try to push you. And I was like, no, heck no. I remember they put us in like timeout on the recess thing. And one of the kids that was on time on the fence, I remember I was like, he was like one of the like kids that like to mess around all the time. I was like, oh man, he got in trouble, and they would just have you like sit on the fence. That's it. That's all it was. That was like their little timeout. Like you play on the playground, they could potentially get you like a write up where they have like a little slip and they write you up. But all the memories as a kid was just so cool. I mean, other than all the drama behind the scenes, like you said, what the world knowing about the world, like now it was just a lot different. But my energy was bouncing off the wall. Like people would be like, "Oh man, you have a lot of energy." I was like, "You should have seen me as a kid. I was all over the place. Like me mentally and mature. I was changing in sixth grade. So like first, probably like about like third grade to like fifth grade was like I was all over the place. But now like I feel like I'm more focused now. Yeah, I got a lot of energy. That's not gonna go away because I was like that since I was a kid. And it's not ADHD. It's just athletic DNA and also just energetic. Like just a different type of person. So by that time I was just like, man, I was all over the place. But I feel like now compared to now, it's like a lot different now. It's more like, I can't really explain it. I feel like it's more focused, but like knowing your energy's still gonna be there. So knowing you're still gonna want to run, you're still gonna want to play basketball and all that stuff. But that was me right there. And getting involved with like playing basketball with people and playing tag and meeting people. Like we would always be like, hey, we're gonna go to the rec center because I was like the second boys and girls club. We're like, we're gonna go to the rec center and play some basketball. And all we had to do was submit like $10. That's it to go to the rec center. And I remember my dad would be like, where's my son at and stuff. And I remember I stayed at the rec center. And I didn't want to get in trouble, so I ended up going to the Boys and Girls Club because I was like the little hangout spot. They would skip the Boys and Girls Club and go to the rec center. And that rec center was so cool, man. Like, you talk about skateboard people, man. California are known for it. So they had like the whole skateboard club. And we had like a whole bunch of pickup games. I would be playing basketball with everybody after school. But that was like the second Boys and Girls Club. Then they'd be wondering where the heck I was because I didn't have a phone. So like I remember I walked all the way from the rec center to the Boys and Girls Club. And I came late to the Boys and Girls Club, and they said that they gave me like a little warning. They said, "Oh, we're not gonna write you up. You know, we kind of understand." And but I wasn't able to like call anybody, so that's what I remember. I just like walked all the way to the Boys and Girls Club. But yeah, man, those areas was lit up, and Imperial Beach, shout out to them. But that whole area was lit up. They always had something going on. There was always a concert down the street at the beach. Like they always had something going on. But now when I look back, I'm like, shoot, if I was still living there, I'm sure I would have something going on. Like I'd probably have like a gig or a DJ gig or something. But yeah, that was man, that was the best. But yeah, looking back, 11 years from 2011 to now, or 12 years. I keep saying 11, but 12 years. So I corrected myself, but 12 years from 2011 to 2020, April of this year. It just shows like we did it, man. We did it. We knocked everything out. We also had as much fun as we could. Like all those videos I deleted from my YouTube channel, that doesn't bug me because I still got the memories from a kid to now in my head. Like this is why we're talking about it. It's a throwback. So, that's the thing. Like all them videos I had, I don't regret any of them because I already saw them a whole bunch of times. All I would have been doing is probably going back to them and watching them. But just being on YouTube alone, like that was where it was at. Even if YouTube probably said, "Oh, we're not gonna have YouTube anymore," I'm just making this up. But say if they were gonna shut down, at least I knew my videos were on my YouTube channel. You know what I mean? So that's why I was like, hey, me cleaning it up was the best bet, just to like keep different videos going. But definitely, man, those were good memories, and it's hard to bring everything back. That's all right now. I'm just kind of like, hey, let me just stay active on my channel. That's like my second little hobby because I like DJing and music. So it's like three little hobbies and running, four hobbies. So definitely. You guys take care, hang in there. During these times, I pray for your family for the best. Hope for nothing but the best for you guys. I mean, we always go through something in life, but the goal is to keep going and keep pushing forward no matter what. Because we don't know what a day is going to bring. That's why I always live it today. And I always say that in my rap songs for a reason. So, because life is too short. The best we could do is just make an impact now and make the moments we have now with the people we have now in our life. So that's why I'm just like, I'm keep going, keep striving no matter what, and hope for, good times to come. Hopefully you guys could definitely accomplish what you guys want to accomplish because that's been my goal. I want to accomplish what I wanted to do. But if music's not working out, I already know, like, right now, acting is a hot thing right now. If I can get involved with a movie or voice acting, that would be cool. Because I remember people I talked to, they were saying stuff like that. They said, "Oh, you could be a radio guy." Ever since I moved to Georgia out here, like, they all say that because my voice is different and it's unique. It doesn't sound raspy or like strong, like, "Hey, what's up," and all that. It's more like, smooth and authentic. So that when I talk to people, they're like, oh yeah, you know, you got that radio voice, you got this and that. Because I be taking orders like, welcome to da da da. What can I get started for you, or what can I make fresh for you, you know? And then I end up taking their order. So I've hopefully, you know, something will happen. I feel like, you know, be involved with someone's podcast would be cool. Just get involved as much as I can, because like I said, we only live once. Might as well live it right, you know, and do what we have to do, you know, while we're here. So that's my mindset every single day. And when I'm running, I'm always thinking about what I want to accomplish. When I'm working at my job, I mean, it might not be the best of the best job. It's fast food. I mean, shoot, it's something though. It's making money, but that's not something I want to do the rest of my life. So I got so much in my mind, like right now, like I'm trying to get involved, and as much as I can, you know, because I'm in a state where it's hot right now. Acting, anything you want to do is hot right now. Music, you know, Atlanta. So you know what I mean. But yeah, shout out to all you guys for supporting my channel since day one. You know, like, subscribe, share, comment. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button below, and also check out my description, because I'm also on other websites as well, Facebook. You know, everything. Shoot, I'm on like Twitter. I'm on stuff that you guys probably not even on, like Twitter, Yahoo. Those sites are so outdated. People are like, what? Like, you're on Twitter and Yahoo? Yeah. Shoot, I've been on there ever since 2013, 2014. I created my accounts. So, you know, hopefully you guys could definitely check me out. Make sure to go follow me on other social medias, Instagram, Snapchat. DJVPK6 is my name on Snapchat. Instagram is MRVPK6 all together, no spaces, nothing. You could also follow me on Twitter, Victor VICTOR, last name KMP, but you're gonna find me as MRVPK6 on Twitter as well. But yeah, make sure to go follow me on other sites, because I want to gain more people on those sites too. I mean, being on them websites for a while, you know, is kind of fading now. So that's why I was like, hey, if I can get a new fan base of YouTubers on there, that'd be tight. But don't just follow me on YouTube. Follow me on other websites. You know, every musician, every YouTuber always tries to make other websites to stay relevant. So hopefully you guys could check that out, and stay tuned, guys, because you know, I mean, this is just the beginning. I'm trying to come up with some unique videos for you guys. So right now we're kind of in that process of just making new videos and coming up with ideas, like a theme, like a Cypher Friday, you know, stuff like that. But I'm kind of figuring stuff out right now. But right now, I hope you guys definitely check out the videos I have already. My songs need some more views. If you guys could share it to whoever you know that likes positive music, that'd be tight. So make sure to go share, like, subscribe, share, comment. Love you guys, and take care, and peace and love to you.